Last spring, Jenkem got invited by SKF to Gothenburg, Sweden, to check out their bearing factory. If you're not familiar with them, you probably recognize some of the members of their team, which is pretty much stacked with skateboarding's best. Originally, I thought they mostly manufactured skateboard bearings, but as soon as you land here in Gothenburg, you start to realize they're quite a bit bigger than that.
Skateboarding is such a small part of what we do. I mean, it's not even measurable when you compare to the bearings that we do. We produce bearings for every industry in the world, basically. For wind turbines, for cars, for airplanes, for NASA, for the Ferrari, everything basically. In 1907, SKF really started as a company, and it's always been a big part of Gothenburg.
Look, see, they give you these little indestructible shoes in case we get attacked by robots, I guess.
I was part of a small group that, took the decision that we should really go ahead and see if we can do something for the skateboarding industry again, because we've been, at it in the 70s. We had our own board, it's called Calypso. We had our own trucks. We had our own, everything on that board was SKF made. So we've done stuff for the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, but then it's been pretty quiet for the skateboarding. So we said, well, we have to do something because we make great bearings. We got in touch with Oski, and Oski just said, I'm in, you're SKF. The first bearings that I rode on when he was 9, he said, was SKF. This one was the actual one where we have footage where Oski skates, and jumps over it. That's the one. This is the channel that produces these big ones. And then we have up on, this size in another channel. We have over 80, 90 manufacturing sites all over the world. And we produce different types of bearings in different types of factories.
So the small skateboard bearings, those are produced somewhere?
Those are produced in Italy. So this is the kitting room.
It's not very often you get the chance to talk to a Swedish engineer. So I thought I would use the opportunity to ask the most important question I could think of. Does ABEC really matter?
To put it quite simply, I would say for a skateboarder, ABEC does not really matter. ABEC is a precision class. It tells the manufacturer to which geometrical tolerance the bearing should be produced. And for high-speed machineries, that makes a difference. But for a skateboard, not that much. Just taking examples like the material, how it's hardened, the selection of cage design, what grease to use, all of this matters if you produce a high-quality bearing or not.
Our thinking from the beginning has been to work with a copywriter that's a skater or a graphic designer who's a skater, because we don't have the skateboarding knowledge.
I've been working with putting these together, the pro kits for Alexis and Ishad. The process is David does the artwork for the pro rider, and then I get it. I might have to touch it up a little bit, and then I pick the parts from that artwork and I apply it to the metal box, make sure we got a t-shirt and a hat.
Gorm is a former pro skater that runs a local skate shop here in Sweden. He's worked in the industry for many years, creating artwork for brands like Polar, Etnies, New Deal, and many others. Besides bearing manufacturing, I wanted to know more about the history of skateboarding over here in Gothenburg. I asked Gorm to show us their most important skate spot, called Hagapolen.
Oh, this is a good song.
Yeah. This is that issue with the Mark Heinzman on the cover. And this is me, and this is my buddy Alex. Sitting over here is Rodney Mullen, and Ed Templeton is right in the gutter right there.
What do you think you were thinking in this photo?
That this is dope. We got it made. We're in Transworld. Something like that.
What years was it most active?
All through the 90s, I'd say.
Unfortunately, the spot is no longer skatable.
Right under here is the good hip. Yeah. It's the good backside, lip slide, backside, tail slide part is right here. It looks pretty bad, but I'm hoping for it to get rebuilt and then opened up to skateboarding. That's the plan. That's why I had those photos out to kind of present to the city how long of a history of skateboarding there is at that spot.
Another unique spot is a skate park that was built inside of a mountain.
We're heading to the local skate park inside the SKF bunker, whatever. You go inside and you're like, oh, okay, guess I'm going underground. You can feel it as soon as you take your first breath in there. Smell is kind of unique.
Bunkerberget, in the mountain, we used to have that as, during the World War, as safety for the employees and also for production. So we could produce in the mountain because of the fear of bombing. Because bearing factories were very good targets and are still good targets in warfare because bearings are used in many different industries. And there's an old SKF sign in there.
Yeah, this is pretty massive. Check it out.
The skate park was started. It's now owned by Gothenburg City, I think.
I'm in the team that runs the park.
You get paid?
A little bit. I'm paid in appreciation, and I have a skate park, so... Or we have a skate park.
We're here at least once a week. It's definitely like the best skate park in Sweden, for sure.
Describe the air here, or the feeling here.
I'm so used to it. It used to be much worse. When you get home, it's like the clothing just smells moldy for days. And it's like, but they put up these like air filters, so it's been a lot better since.
We're kind of like underground scene. Like Malmö is the big brother, or Stockholm.
Gothenburg is a bit, I don't know, it's an underdog city, skate-wise.
Josef is the Gothenburg legend, but he's betrayed us for Stockholm. He got to come back, or at least get some footage here.
If you compare other Swedish cities that people know of, like Stockholm and Malmö, they have it easy, man. It's like they're getting their diapers changed by the city. Because every time people from Malmö come, they're always stoked about how it's still rough over here. There's so much shit here that's undiscovered too. People are fucking welcome. It's here. It's waiting for you.